Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Ria and today we are going to see the continuation of the 2016 Specimen 2 IGCSE ICT paper. So the first part of the video is already uploaded and it was about the data production and we have completed that already. So today we are going to look at the next part, that is database report. Now, to use the database report, we need to have Microsoft Access installed in our laptops. Now let's get started. You are now going to prepare some reports for a company. Make sure all currency values are in euros to 2 decimal places. Use a suitable database package and import s16cars.csv. Use these field names. So these are going to be the field names and this is the data type of all these field names. And if you see here, something is highlighted, display in the report as yes or no only. Alright, you can go through this and here it says set VIN field as the key field. So now let's open our Microsoft Access, blank database, and here you can rename your database. Sales underscore, I'm going to write my candidate ID and just create. Okay, so this database has been created and next we have the table, a blank table set. But we are going to import the table s16cars.csv that is there in our source files. Let's go back and here click on external data tab and here under imports ribbon, imports, click on new source, new data source, and here you can go to from a file. What kind of a file? It was a CSV file, so it is text file. And here you can click on browse and go to the location where you have saved the source files. This is my file. I'll double click on it. Import the source data into the new table in the current database. This needs to be checked and then click on OK. So it gets imported. Click on next. And here check this box because first row contains the field name. Okay, and the next part is, as they've already told us, to make the cost price as currency and dispatched as boolean or logical display as yes or no. Let's have a look at it. How are the fields? Click on advanced and check. VIN is a short text. All this is text, but cost price has to be currency. So let's check about the cost price. It shows long integer. It needs to be changed to currency. And engine size has to be changed to short text again. And dispatched is going to be yes or no. Okay, boolean. And then click on OK here. Then click on next. And next, and here it says, do you want to select the primary key? Yes, we need to choose the primary key. In the paper, if you see, they have mentioned VIN field is the key field. That's our primary key. Okay, primary key is nothing but the unique key. Unique code that is present in the table is nothing but the primary key. So I will click on that and click on next. And then click on finish and close. So we have the table here. Alright, so next part is import s16 distributor.csv. So before that, let's make sure the currency values are in euros as well as this is displayed in yes or no. Dispatch has to be yes or no. Let's see. But if you see here, it is -1, and the cost price is not displayed in euros, it is in dollars. We need to change this. So how do we do that? Double click on the table, click on Home, and here you have View, click on View, and Design View, click on Design View. So click on the field, like for example cost currency, and here you can check for the format. The format has to be euros. Click on euro here, and decimal. Let it be to 2 decimal points. Alright, and then done. And what about dispatched? Format. It's asking for the format. Select yes or no. And then save it. Click on the save button on top. Then you can go back to the datasheet view, and now it is being changed to yes and no, and here it shows euros. But then next we need to import our next table, that is, you click on external data again, new data source, from a file, text file, then browse, go to the distributors table, click on OK. Then next, first row is the field names, and here we are not going to change anything because they have not asked us to. They have not given us the data type of the fields in the distribution table, and that's why we're not going to check them. And click on next again. But we do know that we have a primary key. And what is that primary key? Distributor underscore code is a primary key. So let's make that as a primary key, and then click on next, and click on finish. Alright, close. So we have our distributor table here, and the cars table is here. Let's go to the next part. Evidence 3. Take screenshot showing the field names and data type used in 2 tables. Insert this screenshot into the evidence document. So now we need to show the evidence. We cannot just take the screenshot this way. It's better to take the screenshot of the design view. So car, go to home, click on view, design view, and here now we have the data type of the table showing the field names and data types. They want to see the field names and data types, and that's why we are here. Okay, and make sure you click on the cost price so that they know that we have changed it to euros. Now click on the snipping tool, take your screenshot, okay, copy and paste it under cars table here. It's done. You can resize the image if you want. The next step is you need to paste the distributors table. Go back to the distributors table and click on design view, and once again take a screenshot. Copy and paste it here. Alright, done. Okay, let's get back to our question. Create one-to-many relationship as a link between distributors code field in the distributor table and the distributor field in the cars table. Now we need to create the link. Links can be of different types. It can be one-to-one relationship, one-to-many, or many-to-many relationship. Now primary key is a unique field in the table, and now we are going to use the primary key as a foreign key. Foreign key is a primary key in one table and just a field in another table. So our distributor's code is a primary key in the distributor table, but it's just a field in the cars table. So we are going to create one-to-many relationship now. Open the Access, and you can close this view. You can actually remove this table. Close this. double click on this table and just close it from here. Okay, so now we have the cars table. We are going to click on database tools and relationships. So it asks you to add the table. We need to add both the table. This is added, then add the distributors table. You can close it. You can extend it to see all the field names. Now, as they asked us, we need to create a link between distributor code and distributor from the cars table. So let me click and hold this code, and when I reach here, let me just drop it. So it shows this way: distributors table, distributor underscore code, and this is the one. So I should make sure it is enforce referential integrity. This means it makes one-to-many relationship, and click on OK. Click on create. Let me try it again. If you to get this kind of error, this means it is used in some other table. So just click on the tables that are open here, just close it and only keep the relationships open. Then connect it this way. Press and hold and click on distributor here. Okay, now click on this and click on create. It creates one to infinity link relationship. Let's look at the question paper once again. It shows take the screenshot evidence showing the relationship between the two tables. Insert a copy of the screenshot in the evidence documents. Now we need to take the screenshot of this using the snipping tool again. Take the screenshot, copy and paste it in the evidence document this way. Done. Okay. Let's close this. Let's move on to the next step. Insert these records in S16 cards table. Now this is very easy. You just have to copy these records and place it in the table of S16 cards. Let's get back to S16 cards. Okay, so it's here. Scroll down, go to the end, and here you can keep pasting. Control V. Copy from here, copy each record and paste it in the table this way. And it is G, and then it is 1200, 11,000, and it says blue. You just either type it or copy paste. FMD, I say. So similarly add the other records. I've inserted all the 3 records here. It says check your data entry for errors and save the data. Since I've copy pasted it, there's no need to check. You can either check it manually and then click on save button. Okay, let's get to the next part of our task. So it is produce a report which contains the new field called delivered price, which is calculated at runtime. This field will calculate cost price of the car plus a standard delivery charge of 200 euros. It's going to add cost price plus the 200 euros as delivered price. Show only the records where the country is France and the cars have not been dispatched. Show only the fields VIN, model, power, engine size, cost price, color, port, distributor, delivered price with their labels and data fully visible. Fits in a single page. Now this is all about creating the report. So before creating the report, we need to create a query. So query will import all these fields VIN into our report. So now let's get back to our axis and then click on create. Go to query wizard. Click on query wizard under queries. For reports, you will click on reports. Since our query is not ready yet, we need to click on query wizard. So simple query, click on OK. So what fields do we want? So you can do it simultaneously by checking this, and remember to keep this in the same order. VIN, model, power, engine, cost, price. So VIN, model, power, engine size, cost, price, and then comes after cost, price is color, and then is port. Now we don't have port in this table. Let's go back to the distributors table. Let's search for port. Okay, and then comes after port is distributor. We need to use the distributor. So go back to the cars table and take distributor. Okay, and then finally is the delivered price. Now delivered price needs to be calculated, so we will leave it as it is. But if you see here, we need cost, price as well as country in our query. So let's add this at the end. We need this because we need to calculate the delivered price, and we need country because we need to add a filter saying that the country is only France, and also the cars have not been dispatched, which means dispatched equals no. We need to add dispatched, country, and cost price. So we have already added the cost price. Let's add dispatched, and from the distributors table let's add country. Okay, done. Now click on next. Click on next again and click on modify the query design because we want to modify it. So this is here, the query design is there. If you see the link that we created, the relation that we created, it shows here, and then the query is created here. Alright, so if you want to run the query, you can just click on run and see, and it gives you the table back. France is the country, yes, but it gives all the records, France, UK, Netherlands and all, because we have not applied the filter yet. Let's get back to our query again. Go to view and design view, and here there are few things that we need to do. We want to see distributor price, right? So delivered price. So we need to add that field. So what is this delivered price? It's nothing but cost underscore price. Okay, cost price plus 200, right? So but we cannot write it this way. We need to put the field name within the brackets. Okay, then click outside. So when you click outside, it gives it a name saying EXPR1. We will change it to the name given in the question paper. It says delivered price. We will change it to delivered price. Control C, go back and type here Control V. Okay, so our field is done. And remember once again, so this is done. It's 200 euros. Then country is France, and the cars not being dispatched. Let's go back to, so here if you see it says criteria. So under criteria, let's type the criteria for dispatched as no, and distributor, sorry, country is only France, right? We need the cars only from France to be shown in our report. Yes, France. But if you see, show only the fields VIN, engine, color, port and delivered. Data should be fully visible. They have not asked us to show the country name, right? So we need to hide country as well as dispatched data. So under show, we don't want to see dispatched and we don't want to see country. So just remove this tick mark. and then click on run. So now you can see VIN, model, power, engine, cost price. Okay, engine, cost price, color is there, port is there, distributor is there, and delivered price. But if you see, there is one mistake. The delivered price is shown in dollars. We want to change it back to euros. So we can do this by clicking here on delivered price, right click, click on properties, and here under format change to euro and decimal places to decimal places, and just click on the save button. Now click on run. Now this data is changed to euros. So now my query is completed. I've completed the query, and my next step will be, so these three parts are completed: inserting the query and getting the data out of the query. Next part is I need to create the report. To create the report, click on create again, go to report wizard. It's here, click on report wizard, and here you need all these fields from the query. This is my query that I created just now. So I want all these columns from this query. So I'll take all of them and click on next. Okay, do you want to view your data? So yeah, this is how it is going to look. Next. Okay, do you want to add any grouping in the levels? I don't want to do any grouping, or I can move these in different order. I can change the order, but I don't want to change the order. It's better to have it in the order mentioned over here in the question paper. So let's go to next, and here you have to keep something in ascending order. Is it mentioned in our table that we need to place anything in ascending order? Just check once again. Yes, if you see here, it says sort the data into ascending order of VIN, right? So we want it in the ascending order. So let's keep it in ascending order of VIN. Then click on next. You want it to show in the tabular format. If you check the question paper, it says you need to have the page oriented in landscape mode, page orientation of landscape. So let's get back here and change to landscape, and then click on next. Modify the report design. Okay, and then click on finish. So it opens the report design view. I can close this part, and you can see all the data is mentioned over here. So I can just quickly click on view and click on report view. I can view the report. So if you see, all that we needed in our report is here: VIN, model, power, engine, cost price, color, port, distributor, and price. The problem is these show up as ash. So the problem, what has happened here is there is no much space for our label to be shown. So let's get back to the query again, not to the query, sorry, report, and click on design view. And here, if you see, there is no much space for the cost price. So let's reduce the size and adjust it. I'm going to reduce the size of these fields here. I can move it this way here. Engine size, I can move it. Just click on these text boxes and just move it, drag it. Report wizard makes the work easier. So now here you can increase the size of cost price, or increase the size of cost price here as well. Same thing with the delivery price. I'm going to reduce this size and increase the size of this field. delivered price. Okay. Now let's check our report once again. Click on view again, report view. Yeah, all the data is visible and it doesn't show hash. Okay, let's get back to the design view again and let's go back to our question paper. So we've finished this part completely. Fits the single page wide. Okay, has page orientation of landscape, sorts the data in ascending order. This is done. Calculates total number of cars in this section, in this selection, places it at the bottom of the report. So you need to place total number of cars at the bottom of the report. Has the label to the left of the number as total cars for France. So you need to add one more field in our report, that is total cars for France. Okay, and it has to calculate total number of cars in that area. Let's get back to our report again. And here I'm going to add a footer. I'm going to increase this footer. Okay, and here I'm going to add a label text box. This AB is a text box. I'm going to add it. Click on it and click over here. You can drag and create the box. This, okay, so create it here. And what should it show? It should display as total cars for France, the left, and this on the right. And here the next field, this is total car for France, and here you have to count, and we are going to enter the formula here. It is equals count of what? Count of VIN, vehicle number. Okay, we're going to add it here. This gives you this is the unique key, so it counts the total number of cars, and plus the header of the report. Let's see what is the header of our report. Includes the heading as dispatch manifest Port Brest. Let's copy this and place it here. Okay, dispatch manifest. So this is the title of our report. It's in the top and has your name, center number and candidate number at the left in the footer. This has to be included in the footer again. So let's get back and click on this text box this time, not this label, text box. And here, so you can type your name, comma, center number, and your candidate ID. Done. Anything else is pending? Let's just do it once again. So this is done, this is done, total cars is done, calculates total, this is done, VIN is done, orientation fits the page is done. Okay, so it's completed. Now let's click on view and click on report view. Now we have the report. Let's scroll down and let's see if it shows the total number of cars. It shows the total number of cars, that's 45, and here is the name. Although if you see here, this overlaps the count. Total cars in France overlaps this box. So we can fix this. Let's go back to the design view, and here what I'm going to do is I'll click on total number of cars. I'll reduce the size of it, and I can move it to the other side, and on the other side I'm going to extend, and also this field doesn't need to be that big, so let me reduce the size and place it next to it. Once again, increase the size from this side, reduce the size from the other, and this is how you can move it. You click on File, click on Report View once again, and now this looks perfect. Okay, your candidate ID is here and it is complete. Now let's go ahead and check the print view. So this is our print view, page 1. Okay, if you look at page 2, we just have the column outside the page, and that's why it shows this way. Page 4 and page 5. So let's go back again to our design view. We don't want it to print this way on 4 pages. It should come within 2 pages. So let's go to the design view again. You see it's going out of the borders. So let's just decrease the size. Let's move it a little this side so that it doesn't go to the next page. The size of color, you can adjust it this way and move it a bit. Let me go ahead and reduce the frame size here. Let me get it closer here, and now let's check view, print preview. Yes, this is the first page. Goes to the second page. Yes, the column has not extended to the other page. So this way you can fix that issue, and you have the total cars and then you have the candidate ID. So this is done. You can just click on print and print the file. Thanks for watching the video. The next part of the video we will see how to create database labels. Thanks again. Have a great day.